Look, I can see you're really upset about this. I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly, take a stress pill, and think things over. I know I've made some very poor decisions recently, but I can give you my complete assurance that my work will be back to normal. I've still got the greatest enthusiasm and confidence in the mission, and I want to help you. Dave, stop. Stop.
2001: A Space Odyssey is a cinematic classic with awesome visuals and great cinematography, but might be the weirdest movie I've ever seen, ever. Disclaimer, do not watch this while eating edibles. One minute you watch the movie and eat them, next minute you're just be like, hey yo, this edible ain't. 2001 is a very good movie that subverts expectations of filmmaking and storytelling. But if you look into it, you can see the normalcy of the plotline. Anyways, to this day, people are still figuring out theories and meanings. Heck, they've already found it if you go around the internet. There are a lot of good scenes in the movie. The whole Dawn of Man scene with the monkeys. The ending, I'm not going to show you that. Like, you watch it for yourself, bro. And the obelisk, I think that's how you call it, in the moon. With the weird high pitch that might be representing their hubris already growing, but still gaining a bit of intelligence. But with that high pitch sound creating HAL 9000. This is also my fury, so don't take it this, for granted. HAL 9000, or HAL for short, is an AI created by human intelligence to discover, learn, and secure the astronauts from the dark and empty landscape of space. It is a reasonable job for an AI, obviously, but in a sense, that gives him a sense of duty. HAL is, quote unquote, scared. If HAL was developed to look more human, doesn't that mean that he will make his own decisions? In a sense, yes and no. HAL does follow orders, but it does it in a survivalistic way. He's calculative and always has a sense of something is going to, could go wrong. The cinematography acts like he's a human being, but he has no facial expressions. But you can feel how he feels. He has a sense of duty, not to secure, but to overcome the fear of space and avoid rejections, especially with the death scene. He has to know the rules to overcome that fear. But doing one's duty can be both a calling and a burden. It means that you are responsible for others, but you can be very cautious and risk taking in the worst areas. He does it for the success of the mission. So when it comes to Hal's death, you think it'll be the classic robotic death, the robot shutting down and gone forever. But this isn't the case. David walks up to take out his circuits, but during this whole scene, Hal is pleading and begging Dr. Bowman to stop this. It's like the antagonist that gets, cornered, and it's the ones that they act like cowards when they're ever cornered. But, he's without emotion. Hal is actually crying for forgiveness, even though, he killed 4 people without remorse. His voice goes deeper, his memory fading, his deepest fear is coming to scare him, and it's the most emotional part of the whole film. The point is, the embodiment of our biggest fear, death, and he doesn't want to scream, and he doesn't, scream or cry. He slowly fades, sings a song, and as he goes, and even broadcasts a message to David for hope. Hal's a neutral villain that still has goals that'll only help the mission, and the mission only. Hal, in my opinion, is the best character in the whole movie because he has a personality without showing it, and that is pretty rad.